Appendix 3. Rice Ponding Blocks CP133. It seems useful to collect a few facts about the magic meaning of rice mortars in Indonesia. 1. The rice block indicates the social position of the owner. The mightier he is, the more holes are to be found in his mortar. In Batak country, one finds rice blocks of wood and of stone with beautiful ornaments, sometimes with a lizard, the protector of the grain depository, or with a human face. It is regarded as a boot. There are various Javanese stories wherein is narrated how people went across to sea on a rice block. Often, the rice blocks are made in the shape of a boat. One believes that it is able to cause rain in inundation. In the Batak Museum is a mortar from Sumatra. In former times, people offered to this block in order to get rain. The water assembled therein was considered to have a medical power. This mortar now and then disappeared, which was an omen of background of scarcity. In China too, some people believe that a rice block causes inundation. It is supposed that the goddess of rice dwells in it. Sometimes one places flowers and sacrifices near it and prays for a good harvest. The rice block is regarded as a woman and the ponder as a man. The Malays use a particular saying for a woman showing courtesy. The rice block is seeking to ponder lesung mencari alu. In Timor, it is not allowed to step over a pounder because by doing so one gets a pain in the breast. One never sits down on a rice block. That block, one says, look like a person without a head, and if one sits down on it, one will perish in war and lose one's head. If a Japanese woman is to be delivered of a child, it is desirable that the harassment is present by the bed. This promotes the confinement, it is said, because the child longs for his father. When the father was passed away, he is presented by a responder, the end of which is wrapped up with a headcloth. It is very peculiar that the rice blocks sometimes had demonic character. In an Indian fable, a rice block kills a jackal. Among the Parigi in syllabus, a rice mortar is said to go out and cut off heads. A Japanese fable tells how a rice block and a ponder killed a troop of monkeys. In the Batak country, I heard a story about a mortar that stole fruit from a tree. In Java exists a play Adulasum, whereby a priest lets dance a rice block and a ponder at full moon. In this play, various mortars fight against each other too. The rice block brings luck. In the story Tau Karita in Sumba is told how a fisher receives a golden rice block from the god of waters. This present made him rich. One ponds is in rice blocks during eclipses of the moon and when receiving eminent guests. The rice block plays a part at social at a religious feast. In Halmahera, there exists a play that only is executed during the great feast of the dead. It is played by young men and women who walk singing around the great rice block. Each couple holds a decorated ponder which is filled with rattling small stones. A similar feast is also celebrated in South India. The Angami Nagas pound grain on special occasions, dressed in festive attire. See Hutton's book P 194, 198, and 231 until 233. In Java, the recipe in which rice is pounded in a mortar that stands on a human body. The man must try to free himself. Probably this a remnant of an old into initiation rite. Literature. Beside the literature mentioned in my book, The Archaeology of Hindu Sumatra and in Love Sumatra, I used articles of Neumann and Welland. In this script one had Ardrijkskundig Genootschap 1887 and 1934 of Peters in the Tropische Natuur 21. of Gramberg en de Haan in tijdschrift van Batavia's Genootschap 24 en 39 of Nebel of Overberg in Journal Malayan Branch of Royal Ashok 12 en of Hoven in bijdragen tot de taal, land en volkenkunde van Nederlands in die 82 en koloniaal tijdschrift 1925. Verder de Life of Sixtaan voorgaf bijvoorbeeld en de jaarboeken van het Batavia's Genootschap. Also de heiligdommen van Palembang bij professor Krom 1938.